a disagreement, and right away it comes to a solution, that's what you want to strive for. I mean, I'm happily married, Baruch Hashem, but I also have disagreements with my wife. I just don't let it escalate. I don't let it go past more than a few hours, because when you let something start cooking, that's when you get chunt. You want to make sure that it stays not cooked, because anger, it's like chunt. It cooks on a low steam, and then it cooks and it cooks and it cooks, and the next day it's boiling hot. So in any argument, you want to be very smart. You don't want to be right. It's the easiest thing to be right in an argument, because I'm always right, I'm perfect. But the point is not to let things bubble too much. So when I have a disagreement with my wife, if she approaches me, that's a completely different thing. If I have an issue and I approach her, then before I even approach her, I think 50 times how to approach her and when is the right time to approach her. Sometimes it's not the right time. Sometimes it's the worst time of the day, an hour before Shabbat, when there's 30 guests and the kitchen is a mess and this baby has a diaper full of dirt and this is not working and that's not working. Now is not the time for me to come and tell her something annoying, because the reaction I'm going to get is an explosion. It's not the time. Be patient, tell it on Sunday. Don't tell it now. So you have to also choose when to come with what's on your mind. So if you know your husband had a very bad day at work and he's about to chas v'shalom get fired, or a customer, the deal is swinging, not 100%, it's not the time to come and say, you know, yesterday when you did this and that, he just walked in. Give him an hour or two, or wait for the next day. So even in an argument that you are 100% right, or you're the one who's presenting the situation, you have to know when to present it and how to say it, that it's not going to explode like a hot dish. To come and know to say it the right time. If I have an issue that I have to come and tell to my wife, I think very well when I'm going to come and say that, how I'm going to come and say that, because my point is not to create a fight. My point is to come to a solution. So if you are the one who has the argument, you have to be smart how and when you're presenting it. If you're the one who's being presented with the argument, you have to right away shut down the ego system, because the ego right away will cause an argument. You have to know how to, like with Yaakov, to bow down for a second and say, okay, let me think about it, or let me see. Now all this applies when things are new and fresh, not an argument that's going on for 3 years. This is not what I'm talking about is not an ongoing fight. An ongoing fight is a completely different ballgame. I'm talking right now on new things. When it's an ongoing fight, that requires much more than these little tactics. How am I going to talk to the person? When am I going to say? An ongoing fight needs mediate. I don't know if you say mediate or mediator. A mediator? How do you say? Mediator. You need, when it's an ongoing argument, if you cannot come to a solution, then you bring a third party. Because if you're not able to come a week, 2 weeks, a month, a year, you're not finding the solution, you need the memutza that takes from here, and knows how to connect. So you can go to, if it's in Shalom Bayit, to a marriage counselor, to a rabbi, to somebody who knows both people, to somebody professional. But if you neglect